can we take a minute and admire this beautiful, beautiful background I have for you? Look at that face. Look at John's face. You're welcome. Hey everyone, I'm sorry I didn't make a video earlier in the week like I said I was. It's just been a really long, stressful week, and I didn't want my mood to reflect on my video, so I'm doing it now where I'm in a good mood. So yeah, let's give a warm, big happy birthday to Neil. He is amazing. To me, he is the fifth Beatle of whoever could be. Pretty sure all of you guys know who he is, but if you don't, he started out as a road manager of the Beatles, and later when Eppie died, he kind of took over the role and kind of, I won't want to say controlled, but took charge of the group, so to speak. He's a great man. I love Neil. He was basically not just, you know, a guy in charge, but more like a father figure of the Beatles. And one thing I learned today is his whole idea was the anthology. Like, it was his idea to, you know, get all three anthologies together and get all three Beatles together and do it. It was just like, way to go, man. I love the anthology. He actually was in the backing vocals of Yellow Submarine, and he did some sort of tambora on With and Without You. He played harmonica on Being the Benefit for Mr. Kite, and the percussion on Magical Mystery Tour, so he was really helpful, so good job, Neil. He died very young. He died when he was 66 years old, so I believe it was in 2008 when he died, so it wasn't too long ago. So rest in peace, Neil. Happy birthday, and I hope you're up there with John and George, and you're still being remembered, and we all love you, and have a nice birthday. I was listening to the Love album on YouTube, and then I came across Fool on the Hill Love version, and I've never even listened to that before. I knew there was unreleased versions of Love remixes, but it sounds I really like it. I mean, I like the song to begin with, so of course I'm gonna love the Love version. Man, gotta love these things. I mean, they put you in such a great mood. I mean, I smell like incense. My room smells like incense. My locker smells like incense. Like, my whole life is one big incense stick, and then when my time comes, the incense stick will eventually burn out. That took a weird turn. So, you know you're obsessed with the Beatles when your teachers know you are obsessed with the Beatles. For instance, it was earlier in the week, and my teacher handed out these worksheets that we had to like conjugate the verb, and it basically said, Charlie regarde le film des Beatles, and it basically means I watched a Beatles film. And I was like freaking out. Like, all the other sentences were boring, like, oh, I ate cake today, or I did my homework today, or I listened to the teacher. Mine was like, Charlie saw a Beatles film, and I was like dying. I'm like, wait, and then I like thought to myself, I'm like, how does she even know I like the Beatles? You know you're obsessed with the Beatles when you don't know people know you're obsessed with the Beatles, and it's just, I don't know, man. People are obsessed with the Beatles when you go to them for comfort. More specifically, me and my friend were walking home in the rain. It was so cold, it was raining, I was freezing. It felt like I was in the Titanic Ocean. I just started singing Here Comes the Sun, and literally everything started getting better. Also know you're obsessed with the Beatles when your friend knows a thing or two about the Beatles. All I know about the Beatles, whoa, we're together for 7 years. Paul, John, Ringo, George. Strawberry Fields, Rocky Raccoon, Hey Jude, Twist and Shout, I Am the Walrus, question mark, Help, Imagine, pointing to John Lennon. I have writer's block at the moment. Okay, bye. So I'm pretty proud of her because, you know, she knows the basics of the Beatles, basically, but there's a lot of things to know, so she knows a thing or two, okay? Go Veronica. Okay, so Monday, I saw Magical Mystery Tour. Man, I've been waiting for this moment since I was born, okay? You know what I mean. This was so awesome. The movie was great. You're in a theater with a bunch of other Beatles fans watching a movie and you're all laughing and singing and smiling. It's just a great feeling. I mean, if you ever get a chance to see a Beatles movie on big screen, do it or you'll regret it. And I was thinking to myself, I'm like, when it came out in 1967, all the critics were like, oh, this film's a flop, you know, it's never going to get anywhere. And now, it's re-released. It's re-released with stuff, and it's in theaters, and people are buying it, and it's on Amazon, it's on iTunes. Take that! I love Magic. I've always loved Magical Mystery Tour. Right when I saw it, I'm just like, this is my kind of movie. Of course, they remastered all of it, so the music sounded better, and Blue Jay Way, oh my god. I died. I loved everything. Every single note in that song was heard and amazing. And I'm going to show you my favorite scene right now.
Now shut up! Shut up, Jimmy! I've had enough of it! I can't stand it anymore! I'm getting off! Don't get hysterical!
Yeah, that scene always makes me laugh. I mean, what is your guys' favorite scene from Magical Mystery Tour? Comment below and tell me, because I care. Wella hella hella hella, it looks like Double Fantasy was released on CD in 1986. Dang! Man, that must have been a great day for everybody. You know you're obsessed with the Beatles when you think you look like a Beatles wife and you try to act like them too. Longer hair, I could be Nancy. Or if I had darker hair, I could be Maureen or Olivia. And personality-wise, I think I'm Jane. So now I'm going to answer questions, and I think I don't know if I'm late on this. I hope I'm not late. Oh, I came across this Making the Monkeys website, and if you're not into the Monkeys, like, I'm pretty sure you guys know who they are, but if you're not into them, I suggest you see this website because it basically lays you down on all of the stuff that they went through, and it's just it's like a couple separate little clips from this one big documentary, and I want you guys to get into the Monkeys. I mean, chances are, if you like the Beatles, you're probably gonna like the Monkeys. I mean, there's this whole thing where, yeah, they don't play their instruments, but you should really consider watching it, and it will make my day if you do. But I'll post it. You can choose not to watch it, but you'll make me happy if you do. So, and if you watch it, tell me what you thought of it. You can even tell me you hate the Monkeys, but I just want you to watch it, okay? Just please. And I'm going to stop boring you with Monkeys because this is a Beatles channel. Favorite John Lennon solo song? Wow, you'd think I would say Dear Yoko right away, but there's so many solo songs. There's just so many that I love. I love Mind Games. I love I'm Stepping Out. I love Crippled Inside. Favorite Paul McCartney solo song? It's not really that one. I just like singing it. Either Calico Skies or No More Lonely Nights. Or Junior's Farm. Or Jet. Or Let Me Roll It. Or just Band on the Run. Just the whole album. Favorite George Harrison solo song? I love George Harrison's solo music. All Things Must Pass, the whole album, just take that and just eat it. Because that's my favorite solo songs. All of those on the entire album. Favorite Ringo Starr solo song? I guess Wings, if you will. A favorite Beatles song that tells a story. I really like Rocky Raccoon. And I've Just Seen a Face kind of tells a story, I guess. Like half of the story, a part of the story. Maxwell Silverhammer. There you go. One more thing about Neil. His idea was also the #1 hits album concept basically. and it sold over 30 million copies, so that was a pretty good idea, don't you think? I also came across the I'm in Love demo by the Beatles, and it was a never released song, and I really like it, and I can't stop listening to it, and I'm in love with I'm in Love. So I hope you enjoyed my video. Sorry it's kind of long, I just had a lot of stuff to say. And I will see you next week, and submit challenges for me if you want to do me, submit me questions. I don't know, submit whatever you want. You know, do whatever you want that makes you happy, and I love you all. Bye guys, have a nice week.